What is going on, guys? My name is Jeremiah, and today's video is about to be exciting. I got my dog right here. We're at the park right now. Fluffy.
Hi.
Okay. And so, guys, today's interview is about to be huge. I'm super excited. Today's interview is gonna be with Todd Grisham, guys. I've been watching him for a long time. He's been in WWE. He's done stuff with UFC. He got to commentate on one of my favorite boxing matches for KSI versus Logan Paul Ii. And so this interview means a lot to me, and I'm super excited to interview him. So, guys, make sure to smash this thumbs up button down below. Make sure to comment telling me, guys, what your favorite part of the interview is. Make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, guys. It really means a lot to me because my old YouTube channel got terminated. We had like so many subscribers, so many views, guys. It sucked when my YouTube channel got terminated. So it means a lot to me that Todd Grisham took his time out of his day to interview with me, you know, to let me interview him.
Stupid idiot!
But yeah, guys, let's jump right into it, guys, and make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and make sure to go follow Todd Grisham too, guys, and tell him that I sent you guys. Also, follow my social medias will be down below. Peace. Then we got Todd Grisham on the line. Todd, how you doing today?
Doing great, Jared. How about yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. Are you excited for Christmas this week?
I am, brother. I am. Actually, I have to work on Christmas Day. I do some work for CBS Sports. So me and my 3 daughters are going to have like a pretend Christmas tomorrow. So it'll be great.
That's exciting. So speaking of the CBS you did, you've done a lot of things in your career, from WWE to UFC to even the Zone. So with your time in the WWE, what was like one of your favorite matches that you got to call that like really stands out to you, or a favorite wrestler you got to call?
Well, my favorite match I ever saw, I don't think I called it, but I was there, was it was Edge versus John Cena in a TLC match in Toronto, which is Edge's hometown, as you know. And man, Edge was crying, the place exploded with energy, and the match was incredible. And I just remember being awestruck about what those guys went through in that match to make it a real special night. That was amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy. When you get to commentate in front of like so many people, do you ever get nervous bugs? Like you get really nervous, especially for like a WrestleMania or like a big venue?
You know, I wouldn't say I get nervous. If it's a real big fight, like top of the end boxing or WWE WrestleMania, you'll feel a little anxiety, like, oh man, this is gonna be crazy, and you'll take some deep breaths. But I would never say I got nervous or like I wanted to not do it. You know, when you've been doing it as long as I have, you learn to embrace those big moments instead of be scared of them.
Yeah, that's really cool. So a really big moment that you got to call was KSI versus Logan Paul Ii, the boxing fight. What was that like for you when you were told that you got to commentate that? And then what was it like meeting them? And like, what was it like just being part of that event to you? What was that like?
It was a great event. Even though I look kind of young, I'm 44. So some people think I'm in my 30s. So I'm 44. So I had to make sure I kind of knew what was going on with, you know, that crowd, your age people. Yeah. I say people like you're from another planet. But it was a little foreign to me. So I kind of immersed myself in that culture, I guess, for a few weeks leading up to it, and watched all the videos the guys were posting and read up on all the backstory and history. And it was a great event. The fight was pretty good, and I hope they do it again.
Yeah, me too. Do you think for a beginning boxing match, do you think the 2-point deduction was too much, or what was your thoughts? You do?
Yes. Yeah, I thought it was too much. I've been doing boxing for, God, I don't know how, over a decade probably, and I don't ever remember someone being deducted 2 points like in that fashion. It's usually 1 point, you know, because he was going down anyway, right? You hit him in the back of the head, okay, you deduct a point, you give the guy 5 minutes or whatever you need to do, but 2 points. And that swung the fight, as you know. So
yeah,
I was.
Why he did 2 points? Did he ever say why, or do you know? Or
well, I guess he declared there were 2 fouls on the knockdown. One was knocking him behind the head. You know, I think what he was thinking was, look, you wouldn't have knocked him down if you didn't hit him behind the head. Yeah. So when a fighter gets knocked down, they get deducted a point. So it's a 10-8 round. So he's thinking, wait a minute. So it's a knockdown, which makes it 10-8. So in my mind, I'm going to deduct 2 points to make it even, which I disagree with, but I'm assuming that was his logic.
Yeah. With Logan Paul, I'm pretty sure you've heard of it. Logan Paul is going to be fighting Floyd Money Mayweather February 20th. What's your thoughts on that? Because that's about to be a huge event. Like, that fight is just going to be crazy.
He's not going to – he's going to get destroyed. Logan Paul – I don't care how big the guy is you put in there with Floyd Mayweather. The thing that made Floyd Mayweather so great was his defense. I mean, these super small guys with blazing right hand speed couldn't even hit him. I mean, if you look at his statistics, he's one of the greatest gifted defensive fighters ever. So when you get Logan Paul coming down there, throwing big shots from around here, he's just going to duck and move and pop, pop. He's just going to pity pat his face all night until he's had enough.
Oh, yeah. Do you think Logan has a chance at all, or no? Is it going to be like a squash fight? Do you think Floyd's going to maybe let him get a few rounds in?
Hey, two guys that are trying to fight each other, there's always a chance something could happen. But I would say I would give him a 1% chance of winning.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Remember Dumb and Dumber? You're telling me there's a chance, right? He's got a chance.
This one's hasn't been confirmed yet, but it'd be really cool to see what happens. So Jake Paul called out Conor McGregor. I don't know if it will ever happen. It'd be cool to see it happen. Do you think Jake has a better chance with Conor than Logan with Floyd?
Yes, absolutely.
You do?
Absolutely. I mean, hey, Conor McGregor's great at MMA, and we think he's a pretty good boxer because he hung around with Floyd Mayweather for a long time, but he's 0-1. Plus, Paul will be much bigger than him, I would assume, weight-wise, or he would be the bigger man. So, yeah, I would give him maybe a 15% chance of winning.
That'd be cool. They're both so good on the mic. I know you've probably seen Conor's talk to Jake. I feel like not a lot of people can go toe-to-toe with Conor on the mic. I think Jake could go toe-to-toe and just be so entertaining watching their press conference. I know Logan's going very a respect way with Floyd, so who knows how their press conferences will go, because Logan has a lot of respect. Jake is just, you've probably seen the videos. Jake and Conor will probably numbers will be probably crazy.
Yeah. Hey, you asked me what I thought about that KSI Paul Part 2 fight that I called. I remember thinking the Paul brothers were just very gifted communicators, no matter what the forum is, with their mouth on the mic or through YouTube or used to through Vine, whatever medium they're working in, they've got a good grasp on it and they know how to do it.
Yeah. So with your experience with boxing and then doing their boxing, is there a difference between press conferences? Because when you get two pro boxers, legit pro boxers doing a press conference, how is their press conference usually between when you saw Logan and KSI having it? Because they're more of on the entertainment side of field, so they're gonna exaggerate a lot more. Is there a difference between the two styles of press conferences to you?
Yes, boxing for the most part is very formal. You got to hear from the commissioner. You got to hear from the promoters. You got to hear from the owner of the TV network it's airing on. You got to hear from the train. It's very boring, in my opinion. Then you get to the fighters, and then hopefully the fighters have good personalities. With KSI and Paul, it was just, all right, let's get these guys talking as soon as we can. We don't care about this other BS. We just want to hear these guys talk, and that's refreshing.
Yeah, that's exciting. And then my final question is, so with WWE, you spent some time with them. Do you think how they like to bring in Hollywood actors and movie stars and stuff to do special appearances? They just had Rob Gronkowski at WrestleMania. Do you think they'll ever make a switch after seeing what you guys have done with Logan and KSI and just how much they're really changing the culture and stuff? Do you think they'll ever bring in YouTubers into a WrestleMania or do special events because of how big of numbers they're pulling and what they're doing in the boxing space? Do you think WWE would ever entertain that thought, or do you think
Absolutely. I mean, they already had Tyson Fury come over from boxing. You remember that, the heavyweight champ. Vince McMahon loves to be current. He loves to be, I don't know if hip's the word, but he wants to be part of the today culture. So the today culture is people that look like you, as goofy as you look, and the Paul brothers and YouTubers. That's what people are into right now. So, I mean, back in the 80s, he had Frank Sinatra, or not Frank Sinatra, the guy on the piano, Liberace. He had Muhammad Ali. He had Cyndi Lauper. He had all these celebrities come in. So, you call them YouTubers, but they're still celebrities. No matter, celebrity can come from anywhere. So he loves having celebrities on the show. And if they haven't had him on already, I'm sure they will.
Oh, yeah, that'd be super exciting. And then my last question is, they might be doing Rock versus Roman next year or the year after that. Would you be excited to see that? Are you a fan of Roman Reigns' work?
Hey, I'm a fan of The Rock. So whoever's in there with The Rock, I'm going to love. But, yeah, those guys, any of those big guys that can do what they do, so talented, man. It's, it's one thing to be a Rey Mysterio, which is impossible. But you get somebody that big that can kind of do some of those moves, and it's really a feat.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And then since I have a few more minutes, what would your advice to me to going in the broadcasting school be for?
For you?
Yeah, like once I
You're
finish.
off and running, man. Like when I was in college, we didn't even have. I mean, the internet was barely getting started, so you had to go to a radio station, you had to go to a TV station, or find that way to be on media. Now you can create your own channels on a multitude of platforms. So the fact that you're out there doing your thing, just keep honing it, get followers, get more reps so that you improve your craft, and then hopefully someone notices you or get someone to notice you and go from there. One thing you got to do is kind of narrow your focus a little bit, because if you're doing interviews with anybody about anything, that might work. But if you become I'm making it up, you become the men's college lacrosse guy. Like you love lacrosse. You get the best lacrosse players on your show. Then guess what? When CBS has a lacrosse game on, they'll be like, man, we got to get Jared on. Jared's an amazing lacrosse guy. And then you become really good at lacrosse. And then you say, hey, I'm a pretty big college basketball fan. The next thing you know, they'll give you a college basketball game, and boom, boom, boom. And you just build and go from there. I mean, I never thought I would do WWE. I wanted to be a soccer announcer. That was my thing. And it just kind of took this path and took me where I never thought I'd go. Then I became a Slammy winner, brother. All right. A Slammy award winner.
Well, that's good. You actually get to keep those? That's awesome.
No, I had to buy my own, but it was worth it.
Yeah, man. Dang. Wow. Thank you so much for doing this too.
Yeah, it was fun, Jared. Good luck to you, man. I know you're going to do well.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, guys, so that was the interview. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Todd Grisham, man, he was such an amazing guy, dude. I can't believe he took time out of his day to interview me. For me to interview him. He told me he even had to go teach his daughter's school. So, I mean, it means the world to me that it's the beginning of my broadcasting journey. So, obviously, I will get better as time goes by. I had a blast, man. It means a lot to me. Being able to talk to a bunch of people that I kind of looked up to, and watched as a kid, man, getting to talk to them and interview them means a lot to me. And I'm going to work on flowing my words better. As you guys can tell, I'm stumbling over some words. It was such an amazing experience, and it means a lot to me. So, guys, I got a bunch of more exciting interviews coming very soon. Todd Grisham gave me a lot of cool insight on KSI, Logan Paul, Floyd, Conor McGregor, Jake Paul, KSI, all those people. Fluffy enjoyed it too. Fluffy had a little appearance in there. She snuck up. And yeah, guys, I will see you guys later this week or next week with another interview. We got a very successful professional wrestler and model coming on the show next week. Her name is Barbie Hayden. We're going to have Mr. Technical Difficulty come on very, very soon. We got some other ones. So yeah, guys, I'm super excited. And Mr. Got Jokes, if you guys know who he is, very successful YouTuber. So yeah, guys, I'm super excited. There are going to be a lot of fun interviews coming very soon. So peace.
So I'm editing this video right now, and I notice I repeat myself a lot. So I'm going to work on that. I just had to throw that out. My bad for repeating myself a lot. I got to work on trying to flow it, keep it short and sweet, not repeat yourself. So, we get better within time. I kind of just started this journey. So what do you expect me to be? Picture perfect? That's impossible. You got to learn. You got to start somewhere. See you guys. Peace.